Hey YouTube, Diesel Dan Peters here. So we have a little bit of a project with a deadline. Oh yeah. Does this ring a bell? I feel like I just did this to my truck a few years ago. So basically we are going to be replacing all the bed rails on this truck and pretty much go from there. They're all shot, so it should be pretty easy to take off, and then we're going to go ahead and weld the new ones on. Away she goes, kind of thing. And yeah, so stay tuned. Let's get this done. Figured I'd do the unboxing of the frame of the actual support rails. Let me get this up. There we go. Okay, let's take a look. Let me grab a scissor cutter or something. This. Alright, there's one. Now you can see what these frame rails look like. Make sure they all align. Here we go. Ooh, these are nice. Let's take a look. So, I always line them up just to make sure that they are all correct. This would be the very end frame rail. This way. Yep. Oh, you won't. No problem. Welding these on. I do like that they're black too. Yeah, these are gonna be nice. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stack them up in the garage. Just so it's actually, we're not going to do that today. I'm going to leave it in the box. I think the big thing for me was making sure that they align. All I had to see was the one, and I know we're good. So, roll this up, stack it up. And now the work begins. Now, again, today the only job I want to get done on this is these bed rails. So that's my goal. Let's see if I can remove all of them today, and then I can start welding tomorrow. And sorry, I hope I'm not giving you all a headache right now, moving it all around. So, just to give you all an idea of how I feel about doing it, I look for the ones that are the worst pretty much, and I just start twisting it back and forth. Like for this is going to go in the scrap pile. And you got ones like this. See? There really wasn't much holding that one on. So as you all can tell, it's pretty easy. You can even take a hammer and just smash them off. They're like this one. Let's get it out of the way. Don't do that anymore. Grabs a hammer. This is just to give you all an idea of what kind of goes into this. Like right here, we got this one. remove my welding helmet. Part about going back and forth is you actually remove I guess it's a pinch weld, a thumb weld. Really bad with names, YouTube. So disregard if I sound like a complete person who doesn't know what he's talking about. Back and forth. And I found it's the best way to remove those tacks. See, slowly it's ripping off. A lot of this you have to be kind of patient with. And you can see the thumb welds that they had. So those, we're obviously gonna have to patch them, but yeah. So there's one. Like butter. It just rips off. So I'm gonna put you all on the time warp, because let's see if we can get this done in one video. Again, my goal is to get at least a majority of it done today. Let's see what I actually get done. Alright, YouTube, so I have all these marked. I want to show you all now something that I do. And if you think about it, they come like this from the factory, and if you do it like this, theoretically, right, it should last just a little bit longer. So I have a punch here, and if I'm correct, I should fit these too. These are a different color than the ones I had gotten with my truck years ago, and mine is still fine. Oh yeah, that should be fine. Perfect size. The whole reason why I bought this air punch was for this years ago, so it works out. And just to give you all an idea, I'm about, let's say, like 3 hours in, 3.5 hours in. That's how the truck bed's looking like. This was the rusty rails that came out. I mean, at this point, she's pretty much ready for me to just lay down the new rails. What do you call it? But the welds in, and the holes, obviously. And then I even go a step further. Well, I'll weld the outsides too, just to give extra support. At the end of the day, the bolts that go through the bed end up holding the rails on. But it's just, for me, it's just a little extra security, knowing that when this person's going down the road, they're not gonna have their truck bed flying off on them, because that's honestly how I felt before I fixed my truck up. And she's still holding up. She's starting to get a little rust on one side, but the rails are still fine, and that's all that matters. So let's go ahead, get this done. We're gonna punch some holes, I guess, and we're gonna go on our merry way. That means, do I still have my zinc paint? Oh boy. Oh, wait a second. Maybe. Oh, galvanized compound. I do have it still. Which means tomorrow what I'll do, since it's gonna be warm enough, we'll touch dry in 5 to 10. Oh, that's perfect. This should be just enough. Yeah, so it is important to rigorously shake for 2 minutes. Be touch dry within 5 to 10 minutes. So you figure I give it 30 minutes, right? Tomorrow, 70 degrees out. That'll be perfect. And the reason why I use this before I put the rails on is if you just weld right over the bare metal, all those areas will end up, water will get trapped in there, and you end up with way more rust. It'd be like 10 times worse. And it won't just be the rails, it'll end up being your entire underside of the bed. So yeah, it's tomorrow. We'll get everything prepped, and again, I'm only going to spray the areas that we're going to end up welding on, and this should work good. Galvanizing compound. I've used this in the past. Stops rust and rust creepage. They've told me this is for welding. I don't know. I'm supposed to do it afterward. I don't quite remember. I'm gonna look it up. I could have sworn this was the stuff that I used. Maybe I did it wrong, but I mean, my truck's not rusting, so if I did it wrong, I guess I did it wrong in a well way. That's not even English. Stay tuned, YouTube. Let's get this done. I'm wasting time now.